Hi, Dr. Lynn. This is Sandy Henderson. And this is case study 4. So my agenda today will be the descriptions. I'm going to actually read that verbatim because I think it's very important. Goals and challenges. The quick tutorial. I'll do a quick tutorial, and then I'll tell you reasons why I think this is a good technology to use in the classroom, especially given that some kids are on different levels with each other, but they can still learn the same material. And then I'll close it at the end. So the introduction description is okay. So Mrs. Jones is a fourth grade teacher with 25 students in her class, and she lives in Illinois. Next week, her students will begin a research project about population changes about the state, which fits with ISBE geography standard. Describe some of the current movements of goods, people, jobs, or information to, from, or within Illinois, and explain reasons for this movement. For this project, students will be working in small groups to read websites. Miss Jones has selected that describe changes in the populations and demographics of several areas around the state. The websites include grade level text as well as visual elements such as tables, charts, graphs showing demographics and population numbers. In preparation for this project, Ms. Jones pre-tested for the background skills and knowledge her students need to be successful in their research next week. In terms of background skills, Ms. Jones gave her students a quiz to see how well they could read graphs such as pie charts, bar graphs, and line graphs. Of her 25 students, all but 5 students were able to successfully read pie charts, bar graphs, and line graphs. These 8 students are low readiness, meaning they are missing background skills and are therefore not as ready for the research project as the rest of the class who are on grade level. For this skill, in terms of background knowledge, Ms. Jones gave students an exit ticket, which asks, what are some reasons large groups of people would leave where they currently live? Of her 25 students, 7 students' answers showed an exceptionally high understanding of this concept, such as knowing that a factory may have closed and all the workers and their families left for jobs in other places. These students are high readiness in this knowledge, meaning they have already met the conceptual learning goals for next week's research project. Okay. Yes. So the goals and challenges. The goals for this project is she wants to differentiate this research project so that all students, including the low readiness students, have the background skills needed to succeed, and all students, including the high readiness students, are working on an assignment that is appropriately challenging to their current knowledge. She wants students to work together in their assigned groups as much as possible during this class. So for the challenges, she needs all students to finish their research project at the end of the week. So she cannot simply give low readiness students longer time to complete their project or high readiness students a shorter project to complete. She does not have any classroom aides and cannot, clone herself to work independently with low and high readiness students who may be working on different assignments and materials. Ms. Jones has used mixed readiness groups before in hopes that low readiness students will learn from their grade level peers and on grade level peers will learn from their high readiness peers. Unfortunately, these groups do not work well. Low readiness students get left out group work and high readiness students are bored. Low and high readiness groups are not mutually exclusive. The students who are low readiness in chart reading are also high readiness in understanding of why people leave their current homes. So that's a lot. So this chart is just basically it was already on the slide, but I just figured I'll just put this on here, seeing that she's talked about charts and how some students are high readiness, low readiness, and kind of the same, or they're big in this area and small in this area. So I just put that there. It doesn't really mean anything. I never use these links because I don't know if they're gonna work or not. So we're just gonna go to the video. So I'm gonna play about a minute of it. So basically, the one I used was Newslia or Newzella or however you want to say it. Um, this uh site, sorry, this site has different subject areas, but since we are talking about the research project, I have it on some type of sciencey reading. Um, so it's just gonna this right here on this side where my mouse is at. These are readiness levels and they're Lexile. So it pretty much gives the student the same material that everyone else has, but where they're at, so their level. And I think that's a good thing for this specific prompt that you offered us, because even though she said some people didn't know about graphs, or the same students knew how to comprehend stuff, this right here allows the students to either choose it or you to choose it for the student. I will talk about more of this when this video is over, but it's just about a minute. Oh, okay. So I know sometimes my audio goes out with that. So what she was saying was just what I repeated. I mean, just what I said before I played the video. Which is you can assign all the same stuff, which is she wants to do a research project. So she can assign certain sorry, certain categories, because before that they have a category on the left side. I guess I'll go back really fast. They have a category on the left side of this page, and it allows the teacher to be able to tell exactly what they want the kids to do. They choose a few readings, and then you base this off of um, what interests the child. So in this video, she did say that she saw a lot of kids reading science books, so she chose what grade she needed. She chose what she wanted them to pick out, which was like the main ideas, which is why that thing was in green. And she was able to. Sorry, Dr. Lynn. My kids are in the background making a lot of noise. And I told them to be quiet several times. Anyway, it allows them to do exactly what she needs them to do. Now, sometimes you can hide this right here and you can choose what the child does because you already know what levels they're on already. And it takes it away from being embarrassed in the classroom because everyone's working on the same thing, but to their readiness level. And which is great. So if they choose it, they can be like, hey, I don't understand this max level. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. And then you choose like 730? And you're like, "Oh, okay." And it's just putting it in plain terms. I really do like this site. My daughter uses this site as well, for her school and her class. Uh, but I think it's a really great site. So, since I said it was a really great site, I'm just gonna read some of the stuff I put. So I said reasons of why this is a good technology for teachers. It meets students at readiness levels without having to slow the lesson down. So this is a big thing that Mrs. Was it Jones? Yes, Mrs. Jones wanted. She wanted to be able to have everybody do the same exact thing, the same exact time without having the high readiness kids bored and having the low readiness kids taking forever because they have like set standard. But however, it still meets the standard, which is very important that we always talk about. They has to meet the standards. Uh, Another thing was they all have subjects. They have all subjects, sorry. It's not just the little science reading thing. It also has math and social studies, English. They have all subjects, which is great because a lot of times we have to find different sites or different things to do, but you kind of can get everything from here. Uh, so I like this. Newsletter articles also feature questions and writing prompts that align with Common Core standards, which I just said. But the writing prompts, like she put on the right side of the page about you can edit it or it can have a pre-example there already. But like she said, she liked hers already, what it said, and it had went back to the main ideas, what she wanted them to learn. And so I love that. You can edit if you want to, or you can just leave it as that. Can they kind of help you out? Because as teachers know, they have a lot to do already. So if you can have a little bit of help, that works out. And then it improves literacy skills with real world content. So we want kids to be able to be able to read and do well with also relating it to real life, because sometimes when you do stuff that's like false, it's just like I really don't want to learn it. But if it kind of helps in the future and it's on my Lexile readiness, I think that's really awesome. Uh, and it helps them read from where they are. So all differentiation is like trying to teach up, meet a child where they are and be able to get them there. Or if you see that they're not there, you can meet them where they're at to get them there. And I love this. I think Newsletter needs to continue to be free. I actually watched another article before I got to this one that said it's only going to be free until the end of this year. So sadly, I will not be able to get it for free if I decide to use this in my classroom. But I think it's a really great site, and um, I'm looking forward for them to fix some of the kinks they have in it. All right, thank you, Dr. Lynn.